Hello everybody and welcome. This is MFL Total Access. I'm Will Power. That's Terry Babelis.
No one else.
And nobody else. No one in the middle.
Back to the regular program.
No Joey sick this week. Something that was cool this weekend, being squished together at LeBert.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was easy to make the schedule for the referees. It was funny to see everyone at the same park. The vibe was great. I haven't been to LeBert since we've split. I think I've always been at Arthurtarian.
Because you can't really move fields, right? It was great. John, we're having a petition to make that every week.
Yeah, I can understand why we're not though. Like the field actually looked like in fairly good condition considering we're like July. I feel
True.
if we played all the games at LeBert since the beginning of the season, we wouldn't have a field for the fall.
I'm okay with that. I'm down to always play on the same field, no matter what.
I don't know. We haven't really mentioned the pigs this.
Yeah, the pigs rolling in the mud.
Yeah.
Good call.
So like, there must be a reason for that.
That is true. But it's good to see everybody there. Good crowd. Weather was good. I'm in the mood for like a cold day soon.
Cold?
It's a cloudy day.
Yeah, I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. Let's jump right to it.
Did people forget we had a contest? We got way less comments.
This is maybe we're not as liked as we thought we were.
Yeah. Well, we still have a contest going on. The more you comment, the more chances you'll get to win half a season off of MFL for the fall season.
We should do something where if not enough people comment, you and I get half the season off. We go like half, so a quarter and a quarter.
Okay.
That's pretty good math, eh?
I still don't think like it's fair for you to win it.
I completely disagree.
We're the ones promoting the contest. Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess
it's like Kevin like telling himself he's player of the week.
Yeah, but that's expected of Kevin, right?
Yeah, but it's not expected out of us.
Yeah, true. We're good, honorable men.
So speaking of player of the week, let's start with Div 1.
Yeah.
Jaff, player of the week.
Wow.
I don't know.
This is Wall Steve gave him shit.
Yeah, and he argued with John throughout the whole game about like calls, non-calls, turning around, getting tackled or something. I don't know.
Safe to say Jaff didn't have his hummus on Saturday because he was in a bad mood.
Yeah, and turns out he won player of the week. I don't know if it was John and Steve feeling bad for him or something, or like he felt bad that they gave him so much shit that they just gave him player of the week or something. But congrats, Jaff. 8 catches, 29 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 2-point converts, and a huge interception.
A whole 3 yards per catch.
Over 3 yards per catch.
My bad, 3 point. Yeah. Still getting 3 TDs and Jaff getting 2 2-point converts. We make fun of him, but him and Steve really have that connection. And he's a guy that Steve will go to on big downs.
Yeah, I didn't see any of this game. I just saw that Outlaws took a long time to get into the game against Cole Cook.
Yeah.
Cole Cook without Dom LaFleur. Hopefully he's not injured or anything like that. He just missed.
He's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Because I know he got injured like 2 weeks ago. Then he played. I thought maybe it got worse. But you asked?
No, I saw him playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. This game was 12-0 with 5 minutes left in the first half for Cole Cook. Crazy, no?
Yeah, really.
You wouldn't think that Outlaws would score 44 points in 27 minutes.
They could, but you wouldn't suspect it.
Yeah. Speaking of Jaff's 2-point converts, he's currently, with those 2 that he got in that game, he's currently tied for second all-time.
So he has 12 2-point converts all time.
Yeah.
And that's probably 9 from you.
Yeah,
throwing in.
Yeah, I got probably 9 out of 12. And that's only in 24 games.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Wow, that is very impressive.
Especially given that like you look at the top 10 and everyone's played like over 100 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Jaff.
Good stuff, buddy. Proud of you. Yeah, well, what do you think the slow start is? Like, it was an early morning game, 9:30?
I spoke to some guys, and they said that, like, just Outlaws had a hard time getting the offense rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I think they went turnover on downs or twice in that early first half. And also surprising that the defense gave up 18 points in that first half as well.
Yeah.
But then they shut them out in the second half. So I think maybe it was that just early game. Took some time to get things rolling, like you said. Bress had a monster game, 7 for 88, a touchdown, and he also got that 1 interception. Vince with 8 tackles on defense, Tommy with 7. Yeah.
And just the week before, right, like Lego Cook had beaten us in A-team because of their defense, right? And this was like another game where like maybe we'll rely on our defense to win us the game, putting up 0 points. Outlaws did in the first 12 minutes of that game, but
Yeah.
it's hard to stop an Outlaws offense.
Ariel coming up big with 3 interceptions.
He's good. He's a great two-way player. The more he plays, I think the better he gets. I've been very impressed by him.
Yeah, and he's at... Oh, the site's low. He has 13 interceptions in 12 career games.
That is over 1 a game.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. All right. Enough Outlaws talk. Let's talk about 18 Bitter Boys.
Sure. 18 Bitter Boys, 24-7. Got some sad news. Unfortunately, Dylan has a few broken ribs.
Actually?
Yes, actually.
Oh my God.
This is breaking news to you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait for... See, breaking news. Yeah, so he's going to miss this week and probably the last week against Centurions.
What happened? I saw him on the floor in pain.
Yeah, it was... I didn't have the best view of it, but it was kind of a collision. He was in the middle, and I believe he was doing a 5-hook. 2 of the Bitter Boys defenders collided to try and break up the pass there, and unfortunately, yeah, it was incidental. There was nothing dirty or anything like that. It was incidental, and yeah, he was on the ground for a while. Shout out to Mario, was helping us out. He knew what to do.
That's when the game ended, though, right?
Yeah, well, there was still a minute left, but the game was over at that point.
Mario knew what to do?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, don't give him water until he knows what's going on, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, shit.
He took charge, so respect. But yeah, so speedy recovery to Dylan. But yeah, this was a sloppy-ish game. We ended up coming away with a W. Defense played really well for us. JS wasn't there for Bitter Boys. Eric Lalonde was. We've seen him quarterback before. Struggled a little bit in this one. But good to see Guillaume Globel back. 5 catches, 93 yards, a TD, a 1-point convert. But it was a game we needed, and we came up big.
Yeah, wow. Sad news for Dylan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, looking at the standings now with Gokok losing.
We'll look at them in a bit.
Sure.
We didn't...
It was... Yeah.
I don't think neither of us saw this in Turns Holy Trollers game, but it was a big game.
Guess who picked Cholos to win that one?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I did too.
Okay, cool.
Let's go. Where you have to give me a high five. I'm not moving until you give me a high five, I swear. Thank you.
You're still last in the standings, though, so you really deserve that high five. You made it seem as if you're the only person that picked Trollers. I think 3 people picked Trollers.
I was the only person to pick Cyclones this week. And Kevin asked me to howl. Ow!
We'll get there.
Yeah. You don't have to double check. I was the only person that picked Cyclones. I'm
I'm looking
sure
at how many people picked Trollers, because maybe everyone picked them.
No, pretty sure not everyone did.
Everyone besides John. Everyone besides John.
And John's in first? No, Kevin's in first.
But John won the week.
Is that back-to-back weeks?
It's 4 weeks in a row, I think John's won.
Yeah.
So yeah, why do you deserve credit for picking Trollers if we were also 3 that picked?
Because Centurions were still the number 1 team at the time.
Okay.
And
but you weren't the only one to pick them?
That's true, but I'm inching closer. I could feel you guys sweating.
You're not, actually.
But what do you mean? What do you mean I'm not?
I mean, you're not. You're still far behind. You're still in last place by 3%.
Bro, I can make that up in 2 picks.
Continuing the trend of every matchup in D1 not having a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Cook were missing Dom, Bitter Boys were missing JS, and Centurions were missing Gab. But they did have Louis filling in. Surprising to see through 3 interceptions. This game was not close at halftime either. 19-6 Trollers at half.
Yeah. Well, it was tough. Look, Centurions had a lot of guys subbing, right? And you're missing, Yvan again. And Sam
I saw
Collette.
Yvan earlier in the day.
He was there with Rossas.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I know he. Well, unless he got no statistical, but no, I don't think he. But they got Alex, my boy, subbing for Centurions. But you can have a great roster.
Yvan was not there.
Yeah, if you don't have chemistry with your guys, it's going to be tough. But credit Holy Trollers winning this one, because that's a game they needed that one a lot more than Centurions did. Centurions, of course, would love to win the game, seeing that 1 seed, but Holy Trollers were at the 4 seed, and I believe they're still stuck at that 4 because of that win. So right now it's at 3. Okay, anyways, we'll talk about that after, I guess.
Just a sec, I just want to shout out JC, 7 for 81, 3 touchdowns, and Vincent Dion, 4 for 66 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Wow. And Max also going 24 for 34, over 250 yards, 5 touchdowns, that clean 0 interception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent Dion's been a nice addition to these guys.
Yeah.
Trying to fill in that Phil Ferrand role. I like it.
So looking at the standings now, I think Outlaws took the first place from Centurions.
Because do Outlaws play Centurions again? No way.
They split.
They split. So Outlaws are first based on like
Points against after they split. Crazy Centurions are 6-2 and have exactly a 0 differential.
That's nuts.
That is nuts.
And Cholos are 4-4 with plus 68.
Yeah.
So right now the standings, you got from 3 to 5, 3 teams at 4-4. We don't know if that's updated on the site, right? I remember I asked you that.
No, but I can let you know if you tell me who beat who. So Trollers and A-Team split.
Yes.
A-Team and Goldcook.
Split.
And Goldcook and Trollers.
I feel like saying split.
I don't think they played twice yet. Yeah, they didn't play twice yet. So Goldcook
won that one. So right now Goldcook, the head-to-head amongst the 3 teams, have the lead. Right.
And Trollers would be in 5th place.
So we'd be in 4th.
Yes. Yeah. So right now you guys would be in 4th.
Hey, good news, boys. We're in 4th.
But then, let's... If Goldcook beat Trollers, that makes your life a lot easier.
Yes.
And it makes Goldcook's life a lot easier.
Yes.
So then you'd have a good chance to begin. But let's say for the sake of the argument, everyone splits amongst those 3 teams.
Yes.
So then Trollers would be at 5-4. Goldcook would be at 4-5. And then Goldcook play Centurions. Trollers play Outlaws. So it's 2 hard games for both of those teams.
Yeah. It's going to be an exciting finish.
Yeah, because then now you guys are playing Bitter Boys once again.
And then Centurions stand it off.
Yeah. So are Centurions pretenders or the real deal?
No, they're not pretenders, but that's why I asked you. Remember I posed the question. I said, they're undefeated. Are Centurions still the favorites in the division?
At that time, they very well were.
Yes. I would say yes. Maybe not grudgingly, but obviously still understand there's a lot of great teams in that division. Like, they were the favorites, but not far and above beyond everybody else.
No, but to be the favorite, you don't be far and above beyond everyone else because you be the favorite. By being
yeah,
the favorite.
No, that's true. But I think when you hear all these teams of favorites, like it'd be like a choke. Like if Centurions don't win, I don't think it'd be a choke job. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't be a choke job.
Like they're good enough to win.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
If I pose you the same question right now,
I can't say yes right now. Coming off 2 straight losses for Centurions, it has to be the Outlaws right now.
Yeah. Right.
But I still think Centurions, with their full roster, are a touch above Goldcock, Trollers, and A-Team right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's very, very close. Like, it's not like Centurions, everyone else, like we said like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think it's like Outlaws, just over Centurions, just over the other 3.
It's going to be big for Centurions to end the season off. Obviously, they're going to make the playoffs. They're sitting pretty. But like just to get that momentum and the belief heading into, as we call the second season, they're going to be playing Legal Cup and then us to end. So if you're them, you want to go 2-0, right? You lose 2 straight games now. I know you didn't have your main guys, your roster there, but you don't want to go into the playoffs limping.
100%. You said they're for sure making the playoffs, and I'm interested.
That's true. I guess they haven't mathematically clinched.
Let's say, yeah. Oh no, but I think it's no because Goldcock are playing Trollers, so it's impossible for them both to finish 6-4. So they have mathematically clinched.
Okay.
Yeah, because Goldcock and Trollers are playing against each other, and one of them are gonna have a loss.
Got
5 losses. Yeah. But it would have been interesting. If it was like a 4-way tie at 6-4. Yeah, no, you got to finish strong with Centurions. Like, you started off really strong. You had close games where you came out on top when you beat Trollers by 1, you beat Outlaws by 2 towards the middle of the season, and now you have Goldcock, A-Team, 2 teams fighting for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like playoff mode activated.
Right.
And hopefully they have their full roster.
Yeah, I think they will. They seem to be the guys that love their flag. Look, people go on vacation, right? You're allowed. Steve says he's not allowed, right? Jeff's allowed to go on vacation. Samura's allowed to go on vacation.
Jeff has events.
Oh, that's true. He has events. But no, Centurions love their football. They'll be back for the playoffs.
Division 2?
Let's get it.
I'll give you some time to think about what happened in your game. So I'll start off with the Outlaws Marvels that I refed. This game, I think everyone scored in the first half, back and forth. It ended 18-14, but it was not bomb after bomb. It was like slow moving drives. Like
Okay.
I was surprised there weren't more points. Like
right.
In the Steve Max battle, like you expect it to go like over 100, right?
Right.
And both defense had no answer for the opposing offense. And then kind of in the second half, it kind of slowed down for the Marvels, and the Outlaws just kept scoring. I don't think the Marvels stopped the the Outlaws and Steve a single time. Steve going 20 for 26, 212 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Efficient.
Getting like almost all his receivers involved.
Yeah.
Everyone had a bunch of catches, a couple of yards. Manuel Lau stood out in this one, 3 for 80 and 2 touchdowns, catching a couple of bombs down the sideline.
Good receiver. Steve even had a catch.
Yeah,
I don't know how that's possible.
That was a mistake.
Okay. Yeah. Although it has been catching passes with Thunder Buddies.
Yeah.
You know he's got hands.
Yeah. Also, Dave Cano came up big on the Marvel side.
Yeah.
6 for 70, 3 touchdowns. But, like, I have 2 of his touchdowns in mind right now, and they were pretty, like, toe tap, back of the end zone.
He's been having a season this year.
Yeah. Like, he made nice grabs. And
good teammate, too. Lots of energy.
Max Dory coming up big on key third downs in that first half. I don't know what to say as to why this game didn't end up like the score being closer, because like Outlaws defense is not their strength and Marvel's offense is clearly their strength, right? So like I was surprised that Marvel didn't put up more points, but now that I'm saying that, I remembered there were a lot of drops in this game.
Okay, I was going to say because Max had more incompletions than completions.
Yeah, I don't know. There were a lot of drops in this game.
Okay.
Like, Max was actually throwing dimes in this game, and like uncharacteristically drops by some of his like star players.
Yeah,
like guys that you wouldn't like expect to drop balls or dropping balls, and like more than one. Like usually they would drop one every 2-3 games, you know?
Yeah.
So like that kind of explains it, and I guess it caught up to them later in the game, and that's why they only put up 26. But they're also missing Sean Haney in this game.
Yeah, it's big. Sean Haney.
Recently engaged and father to be. Congrats,
our boy Haney.
Yeah. And this game was huge. Well, I mean, almost every game is huge now. When you have 6 teams in the division and 4 make the playoffs, I guess every game is huge. We'll take a look at the standings after recapping the other D2 game. That, looking at the score at some point, I was sure Iron Wolves were going to come up with the win. Up 18-6 over the red zone at the halftime. Up 31-19 at one point.
Honestly, shout out to Red Zone. I was very, very impressed.
This team fights.
That's exactly what it is. They were in the corner, their backs were against the wall, and they were Floyd Mayweather going punch for punch, and they knocked us out. That was a really bad analogy, anyways. But they needed to win this game. They did win this game. And like you said, Terry, there's a lot of points in this game where it was like, we never thought the game was over, but Iron Wolves, like when you think we're up 18-6, like we're not blowing that lead, especially being the Iron Wolves.
Yeah, I think it happened twice this year that this happened.
Yes, to Toronto's also, I was going to say OC. But we were up 2 possessions. OC. We were up 2 possessions in that game. Big pick 6 in the second half. Long bombs for Red Zone 2. Mike Roy clutched up in this game. They scored the last play of the game to Chris at the goal line. Their backs were against the wall. They did what they needed to do, and Mike Roy was smart. He was dissecting the defense. It seemed to him like he saw who was dropping deep, and then from there he would throw a short guy to that exact spot. Like he was throwing a lot of like nice footballs in this game, but playing as like a high IQ quarterback, and that's ultimately won the game.
Yeah, important to know that you guys were without DeMario, one of your better players.
Yeah.
But like looking at John and Mike's stats, pretty like identical: 38 for 36 versus 25 for 35, 246 yards, 233 yards. John going 6-1, Mike going 5-1. You could say the difference in this game was that pick 6 towards the end of it, right? By Vincent Desiel. Is he a new addition to Red Zone this season?
I don't know if he's on the roster full time, but I will tell you the man is fast, and he was MVP of this game.
Next Long Chef's player.
Huh.
Wow.
We remember that team.
Yeah.
He's good. He's quick. He got the pick 6, and he got a long bomb touchdown late in the second half.
No, this team wasn't the greatest team back in spring 2021, but like this just shows you how Mike has the tools to unlock players' potentials, right? Like we said it like a lot of times that Red Zone have a lot of great players, but no like game-breaking D1 players. It's one of the only teams in D2 who do not like contain have a bunch of D1 players that like Outlaws or Marvels or Iron Wolves have. You guys have like a handful of players who play D1. And Red Zone, I don't think have any. Not that they don't have players who can.
It's
obviously,
a team.
They have players who could, but like this guy coming in his previous season had 13 catches in 8 games for 150 yards, 6 touchdowns, and now with Mike, 31 catches, 300 yards, 10 touchdowns in only 6 games. Like that's crazy. Career highs and everything.
Seriously.
Like that just goes to show like you give like good players to Mike and he makes them great. Like imagine if he actually had like a Marvin like he once had, or like a Will Power, or a James Langshaw who went 13 for 164 and 3 touchdowns in this game.
I saw the stats after. I was like, holy, like James balled out in this game.
Maybe like 1 or 2 catches and they were like leaping, diving, jumping up like 10 feet in the air catches.
My boy has vert. He was our MVP in this one. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the dub for him.
James had 13 and the rest of the team combined for 15 catches. James had 164 yards, the rest of the team combined for 80.
And that's what it was for. Like, let's see that
was John feeding him the ball, or was it like literally he was just the only guy open?
No. He was like John wasn't forcing him the ball. He was
like triple covered, probably.
Well, maybe not triple, but like it's a very good point. Like you compared that to red zone, right? Red zone's not a type of team that's going to have that one guy with 13 catches. They spread the ball out. They won the game. They're tough
the center, right?
Yeah,
9 for 88. When you're averaging almost 10 yards, the center, that's pretty solid. I saw him break a couple of tackles on one.
Yeah.
He broke you in that?
I don't think so, but I know that Vince had 3 TDs and Chris had only 30 yards, but he was a presence on D and got the game-winning TD last play of the game.
I didn't see it, but I heard one of Carlos' sacks.
Oh, yeah. It was so funny. John gets sacked. We go back to the huddle. He's like I don't like getting sacked, but it's nice to see Carlos happy because everyone loves Carlos.
Was your pick nice?
It bobbled and it went right in my hands. But I was at the right place at the right time, so yes, it was nice.
Bobbled off the receiver or bobbled off one of your defenders?
Both.
Okay.
It was bobble catch.
So let's look at the standings now. It's crazy that Red Zone was 3-4 coming into this week, and Marvels were 4-3. Like Red Zone had 3 wins. We're 3-4 coming this week.
Yes, Terry, they lose that game against us with their backs against the wall. That's almost a dagger.
Yeah. Wow.
Like you said it perfectly, Terry. They're fighters.
I say a lot of things perfectly.
Oh, it's extremely debatable. But I don't know. It was like a very gutsy win by them. So they're 4-4.
I feel 5 teams should make the playoffs. Like I'm looking at this and like literally, like seriously, let's say you take the 15 that does not make the playoffs, and you make them play against the champion the week after the playoffs end. Would you be shocked if they beat them? Like,
nope.
Seriously, right?
Yeah. Okay, I gotta ask you a tough question.
Like I think it should be like 5 teams make the playoffs, 4 plays against 5 in the wild card, and then plays right away against the 1 seed.
Are you also the type of guy that gives participation medals?
No, because nice teams get nothing.
Good call.
Was a tough question. Who's not making the playoffs?
If you're a betting man, who's on the outside looking in?
Like, I don't want to say... Like, I asked this question, I think, 2 weeks ago, and you said Outlaws.
I said Outlaws.
And, like, at the time, it made sense. Like, I think at the time... I think you said that the week before, they even lost to Tannant.
Yes.
2 weeks ago. And then they lost to Tannant. I'm like, damn. Like, they lost convincingly to Tannant.
Yeah.
Like, they lost by 23 points to Tannant. And, like, I was like, yeah. Like, for example, your loss to Red Zone was, like, could have went either way.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how you lose, like I could say, okay, yeah, you can make the argument, whatever. But like Outlaws lost like that, and then they bounced back with the big win of Marvels against Marvels. Just the same way that when they had played.
Are Outlaws locked?
Like, have they clinched the playoff
Yeah,
spot?
I guess it's tough to see.
I could check it out quickly. Let's say they lose their next game
because they're playing Red Zone, so they fall to 5-5.
They'd fall to 5-5, and then let's say Red Zone would have beaten Outlaws, lost to Tannant the last week.
Well, as long as Red Zone doesn't don't play Marvels, then they're not locked, right? Yeah, because Marvels and Red Zone could both win out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Outlaws aren't locked.
Yeah. I was trying to see if like they could still make it in with the loss against Red Zone, and I think they can. Yeah,
no, losing if Outlaws lost this week, it wouldn't be the dagger. But it would actually just mean that
it would be very hard. Oh wow! Like Outlaws beat Red Zone. Oh no, Outlaws beat Red Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Outlaws lost to Red Zone. So if they would lose to Red Zone, they'd lose twice to Red Zone.
Right.
And Outlaws beat Marvels twice.
Okay.
So we ain't seen something like in D1 where it's like a split. You know?
Right. But yeah, like all that to say, spots up for grabs. This weekend's gonna be big. We got.
Can Outlaws clinch with a win against Red Zone?
Then you have to go for the 3-team tie.
Yeah, no, they would to clinch.
They definitely clinch.
Yeah, well, if Outlaws win against Red Zone, they'd clinch. And they wouldn't have to wait week 12 to see what happens with other teams because they'd be 6-4. They would have beaten Marvels twice. They'd beat Red Zone once. And even if it would be a...
We don't even know if Tannant have clinched.
Yeah, Tannant have not clinched.
Wow. Have Iron Wolves clinched? I don't even know if we've clinched.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll break down
It's exciting.
We'll break down the who wins and you're in before the last week.
For sure.
Because it's going to be between Tannant and Red Zone. That game's going to be the most important one. But yeah, looking at it now, it has to be between Marvels and Red Zone, right? And it's crazy because, like, I saw Marvels play this week, and they scored 24 points. 26 points. And then I saw them play the week when they scored 59 against Tannant. And, like, I remember I was telling myself after that 59 point, like, they could do this every week. Like,
how do you stop them?
Yeah, like... Yeah. And so...
The thing is, Marvels
have
play nice TDs, right?
Tannant, yeah. So, if Marvels beat Tannant this week, they could feel really good about themselves, right?
Yes.
Regardless of what happens elsewhere.
Yes. So if Marvels win and Red Zone lose, Red Zone's out. We think.
Yeah, because Marvels have the tiebreak over Red Zone.
Okay.
They beat them twice. So let's say if Marvels win and Red Zone lose...
These are going to
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's safe to say that Red Zone would be out and the playoffs would already be set going into last week.
And a nice season, no pushover either. Let's not forget.
They are a pushover, no?
Well, I mean, they did beat Tannant.
That was a fluke.
Hey. Maybe they're listening. Motivation.
Let's see.
But yeah, like for this week, like Les Tannant Marvels, huge game. Red Zone Outlaws, huge game. The playoffs start now. Like this is the playoffs.
Yeah, I think even nice to these Iron Wolves, you guys lock up the number 1 seed by winning that one. Not that the number 1 seed means a lot in this division.
Yeah, for all no buys.
But yeah. Division 3?
Let's go.
Oh, damn. Robbie White.
Let's go. Rob White, player of the week. 78 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 huge pick on defense in that game.
So let's start with that game.
What a game. Thunder Buddies, Iron Wolves. 51-43 was the final score. Thunder Buddies were winning by 17 in this game, and Iron Wolves clawed their way back.
Possessions.
That is 3 possessions.
And they came back to tie it.
Came back to tie it on a 2-point convert. 43-43. We end up scoring a TD. We get the 2 points. And then I forget what happened.
You got an interception?
Yes, I did. I didn't do that on purpose. I legit forgot what happened. And but then, the game wasn't over at that point. Can you check? Sorry. Very good game. Incredible game.
You played in this game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you scored the touchdown. You got the 2 points. You got the interception. Then you.
Okay, but then we had to get a first down. Exactly. Yeah. Very good game. This was like a college football game, bro. This game was nuts.
Like, I don't think it is. But when looking at the both quarterback stats, you and Iggy, combining the yards, going for over 630 yards and 14 touchdowns, could be like top 5 all-time MFL combined yards and touchdowns for a quarterback duo. And what's shocking is that neither of you were supposed to be playing this game. And like, how do we said this before the season started? Iggy and Will Power will go head-to-head and each throw for 300 yards and at least 6 touchdowns. Who would have thought?
Touche. It's funny. Iggy actually texted me. We had the 2nd and 4th most passing yards ever in MFL history.
He went through
in Division 3.
Okay, in Division 3.
It was there. Guess who had the most?
John?
He's to my left.
Me?
Yes.
I've had more yards
I was 1 yard behind you.
I threw for 325 in Division 3. Wow.
I think that's the game we lost to Jagerbomb.
Holy smokes.
I
used to throw that many Did you believe him?
No, I saw it. I saw a picture. I did a triple team. I was like, Terry Bob, like, no, like maybe rushing yards.
It doesn't include the rushing yards.
That's true.
Let me go find that game.
Man, no, honestly, Iggy and I were like staying up late texting each other because this was a super fun game. A bunch of ballers in this one. Like, say a name randomly and like that person played a great game.
Yeah.
Like, Gab Boucher is a stud for those guys.
I have a lot of records in Division 3, eh?
Yeah, okay, whatever. Gab Boucher is a stud for those guys. Kareem had a big catch on 4th down. Iggy played his heart out. John was somehow torching us The same play the whole game.
That little skinny post.
It was there.
It was like a post / 10-yard in kind of thing.
It was there. Rob had a big game. Jaff had a good game. Most receptions on the team. Dave had a great game. Rob had a huge interception to end the half. It was just a really fun game where both defenses looked silly. But it's crazy when you think that Thunder Buddies got 2 interceptions, but they still gave up 43 points.
Yeah, I think kudos for all those converts.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
I think they scored a touchdown worth of converts, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think they had 7 points on converts, whereas Thunder Buddies had 3. Converts are going to be killers.
Were both teams switching between 1 and 2 every time they scored? Because, like, Iggy threw 2-2-1 points, 2-2 points.
We went for 1 twice.
Like, was it a situational thing?
Yeah, to make it 17, 3 possessions.
And the other time?
To make it 17, 3 possessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. John didn't even get a touchdown in this game. 7 catches, 103 yards.
He was moving the chains, though.
Yeah.
He was moving them chains.
Averaging 15 yards a catch. I saw Kareem make a nice touchdown grab at the back of the end zone in the corner.
Yes.
I saw John's 2-point convert to tie the game up.
I know.
And Iggy get all hyped up.
Yes, that was to make it 43 apiece.
Yeah, and the game I threw 344 yards. You get a little bit of credit. You got 200 yards.
Yes, I remember that game.
Also, I think your yards are more impressive, even though you got 1 less because you won the game.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, but crazy game.
Unfortunate news.
What unfortunate news now?
Looks like John Lavoie may be done for the season, or actually is done for the season.
It's confirmed?
Yeah, confirmed.
What does he have?
Something with his ankle. He got injured in the game against Thunder Buddies, and then he played with hard target. I believe there was a ditch. I didn't see the game. I was just I was roughing at the same time, but super sad. John is not only is he a great player, everyone loves John. Thoughts and prayers with him. But we want to win this championship even more for him in D2.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're thinking about you, and we're all rooting for you on a speedy recovery.
Yeah, playing on 3 teams.
Yeah.
Right? He was on both Iron teams, right? Yeah.
Iron Wolves hard target.
Yeah.
But Iron Wolves with the loss are still in a playoff spot at 7. This is, man, MFL's exciting, bro. This is going to come down to, this year's going to come down to the wire as well. Not just for seeding, but to see who squeezes in.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about to see who finishes between 1 and 4. See who gets the top 8 spots.
Yeah. And looking at that right now, I guess we could talk about it. I guess Raw Sauce are officially eliminated, and so are Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think Les Panaches could still squeeze in, but they need a lot to go their way.
Big win for them.
They need a lot to go their way, and Bin could still make the playoffs. So there's still 2 teams, maybe 1.5, fighting for a playoff spot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Jackrabbits, Iron Wolves, Old School, all tied at 4 and 4.
That's crazy.
Speaking of big win, I actually refed that Panache Jackrabbits game, and
you refed it?
Yeah, I think we all chose Jackrabbits.
Okay, I don't get any points for this, but I debated hard in this one. Because I picked Les Panaches a few times this season when they lost, because we know how good they are. Right?
Yeah, they did have a very disappointing season, right? And then they kind of lost teams they shouldn't have lost against, and they didn't really win any games. That win against Bin was pretty impressive early in the season, but they didn't really their only other win this season was a forfeit win against Chiefs. So
right,
and then putting up 50 freaking points.
That's nuts. Against
Jackrabbits, who were a good team coming in, right? And I think they
Jackrabbits had won 4 straight games.
They won 4 straight games against pretty good teams, and the last 2 against Manitoba Boys and Bin, they held them to under 20 points. And you're giving up 50,
any given Saturday, baby.
I mean, I think the thing should be for this team any given Friday night, because it all depends on the what Nico did the Friday night prior / early Saturday morning.
I heard some of that.
That brought him into this game.
I heard some of that.
So
yeah, he's young, he's allowed to party.
Yeah, of course. Especially that new hairdo.
Yeah, it's
I find it suits him. I can't think of a player in the MFL who would suit him more
than that hair color.
Yeah,
that's fair. I don't think it suits him, but I don't think it would suit anybody in the MFL.
Cesar Martinez balled out down the middle for this team, 9 catch for 101 and a touchdown.
Big for their Brossard team too. He's good.
But this was all Felix and Jeremy on the Panache side. Jeremy Trudel 5 catches for 106 yards, 3 touchdowns,
21 yards per catch. Was that missing tackles or just bombs?
A mix of both, but more bombs, I would say. It was more bombs. Jack out turned around, oh, how come he's behind us again? And Jacques Lefebvre getting 2 touchdowns. Gabriel Grenier getting a bomb. I think he scored a long bomb in this game as well.
This would be interesting. I'm telling you, if Panache are somehow able to make the playoffs, to look back upon this game.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if it's still possible.
Yeah.
Probably
and if
unlikely.
it is, they'll need a lot of help.
Yeah. I'll check quickly in a sec. I think Thomas Asselin got back-to-back sacks, and he's like, okay, I'm not rushing anymore. I could give them the chance or something like that. Amélie getting 7 tackles. She was tackling everything on that team. And, yeah, I just think Jackrabbits, we're playing them next week, and they're a really good team. Like, it made no sense how this game was one-sided. Like, I'm not surprised that Panache won. I'm surprised they won by this many points.
Of course, yeah.
So, let me check quickly.
Like, Jackrabbits, that's a solid team, too. It's a little bit surprising to see them be so up and down, eh? Like, especially going into the playoffs. I mean, their playoffs aren't set, right? They're in the 6th seed right now at 4-4. They play us, the Iron Wolves. That's going to be a huge game against Iron Wolves week 12.
So I think it is possible for Panache to make... it's only depend on the tiebreakers, yeah. Yeah, very slight chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
You know what movie that's
I
from?
think there might be a chance. There might not be a chance.
You know what movie that's from?
Fresh my memory.
Dumb and Dumber. Jim Carrey. So you're saying there's a chance. What was the girl's name in it? Dumb and Dumber. It's slipping my mind.
That plays in that movie?
No. In the movie, her name was not Wells. Oh, darn. She had
Mary
Swanson. Yeah, that was a great movie, by the way. Dumb and Dumber.
Surprised.
Second one wasn't that good, but man, was that first one a good one. Did you see it?
I saw Dumb and Dumber. I don't think I saw the second one.
Mary Swanson. How did I forget that name?
Jagerbomb, Raw Sauce. I saw this game as well. I was really impressed with Jagerbomb's offense throughout the whole season, but their defense really was very impressive in this game as well. Jagerbomb controlled this game from beginning to end. I know I keep saying it's not like a broken record, but they're clearly the team in Division 3, and I'm looking forward for that Thunder Buddies Jagerbomb matchup week 12.
I'm glad you were, because I don't know if I am.
Félix Fontaine-Larouche is literally a star. That guy is good.
Really?
He catches bombs, he catches 5-yard hooks, and then he catches passes in stride down the sideline, and he makes the last defender miss by doing that little cut inside. And he's a great all-around player. And I don't know
just speed, he's got hands.
Yes,
that's huge.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, you'll find out very, very soon. He's really, really good. He's leading the team in yards. He has 583 yards in 8 games. GF at the center position for this team, taking over Gabon Paquette's position, has been also a star. 8 for 72, 2 touchdowns. I swear, he has a 9 average, but I think he has he caught a touchdown pass that was 10 yards about, but
he was making guys
count
miss?
At least 3 catches where he caught them for 1 yard and he got the first down. On first down.
I'm having a deja vu moment. Did you say that on another episode?
Maybe.
You must have, because I swore I just had a deja vu.
I don't know if I spit it to you off air, if I told him about it.
Okay,
I remember talking about it, literally, it was literally a dump off, a little slant, and I don't even know if he had a yard. When he caught the ball, maybe he didn't even have a yard. It was on the line of scrimmage, and it was he's not the fastest player, but he's deceivingly elusive, and he has speed.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah. He knows how to play football.
It's football squad.
Yeah. Loic caught a nice post deep route.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was nice, eh?
I was reffing. I shouldn't have been watching, but I was.
Yeah. I saw Simon throw an interception in this game, and I was shocked.
Was it tipped off a receiver, or?
It was on the second to last play of the half, where he had gotten within 10 or 15 yards of the end zone, and it was not a tip. It was a really great play by one of the Plante brothers on Ross William Plante. And only a second or third interception of the year.
It's crazy.
And I thought, okay, they're gonna score again here because they were up 14-0, and Simon actually intercepted Ludovic when Ross were in the red zone with under a minute left. All 3 timeouts. They marched the field, not going anything crazy, just 10 yards here to 15 yards there, and then I think they're about 15 yards out, and he threw an interception in the end zone. Yeah. But then on the very first play, when they started with the ball in the second half, he threw a 45 bomb to none other than Felix.
Damn. That offense be clicking.
Yeah. Did you see any other game here?
I didn't.
This looks like a close one.
Yeah, old school.
This was huge for the standings.
It was.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. It went Ben and I. Remember I was praising them early in the season. I was like, are we talking enough about Ben, this and that? And
both these teams are 3 and 4 coming in.
yeah, it was a massive, massive game. I think I picked Ben in this one.
Wow.
Like, they're 9 and outscore 8. Like, you couldn't have made a more important game.
Yeah.
At that point in the season.
Indeed. Let's go to our beloved Division 4.
I love it. I love it.
I'll start off with the Canal Club and Super Friends game.
What happened?
Well, what happened was that respect to Canal Club because they showed up.
Okay, yeah.
All wasted, apparently. But they said it before the game, so it's not an excuse. Because they were going to, like, actually forfeit the game because they had, like, a pool party, great weather and all that. And like, oh, no, we can't do that. It's against, like, the league's...
respect.
Yeah, it's like huge respect. They even came with the beer they were drinking during the game. But, like, Super Friends were also drinking during the game. I saw a bunch of guys drinking, but I don't know if those guys were playing, like...
But that's Super Friends. Like, they're always going to bring a beer.
Because they were, like, a 12-man roster. So, like, I don't know how many guys of them were playing. But, like, clearly Canal Club didn't have, like... weren't in their best shape. But, like... Super Friends did play great. Like, they came out... Like, 45-yard bomb from Jacob Morin to Alex Morin on the very first play of the game.
Damn. And
they did not look back after that. Like, they just kept pounding them, and, like, they took a big 24-6 lead at half.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex catching three balls, all for touchdowns in this game. They had Alex Norville 2 for 51. Oliver coming up clutch 6 for 39, and the other 3 touchdowns of this game.
And they were rowdy. Eh? Super Friends were rowdy.
Yeah, a bunch of interceptions. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 players with an interception in this game.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. More impressive for Super Friends or more worrisome for Canal Club?
Not worrisome at all. Canal Club, they're still number 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
They might have given up the 1 seed with this loss, right? Because if them and Super Friends both win out, Super Friends will have that tiebreaker and they will finish number 1. I think Canal Club were kind of talking like, oh, we don't care, we're finishing first. I maybe heard someone say that, not sure, but like, if you did, you're wrong. You could not finish first right now. Mustard Tigers could also win out and have the same record as Canal Club if they do.
Is there a bye in...
No, there's not a bye.
Okay, there's no byes.
8 teams making the playoffs out of 14.
Still.
There are no byes across no divisions.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I would agree with you, though. I don't think that's too worrisome for Canal Club, especially with like a 1 seed instead of not getting the bye. This would be a cool finals rematch. I don't know who I'd pick.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. Did you see any of the 4 games? I have them up on the screen here.
I did not.
Which teams don't we talk about that often that we could talk about now?
Were
you going to say this one, Noah?
No, I wasn't.
Which one are you going to say? We'll do it after.
Thanks. I was going to say Airborne coming up against Students 45.
We talk about Airborne pretty often.
Yeah, we did know about Students 45. Like, you look at this team and, like, they're athletic. I'm surprised they put up 6 points.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that after talking about Le Boucher against Wizards.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who Wizards were, and I kept looking and they had, like, pennies.
Yeah.
And I kept seeing their quarterback run. Like, I think their quarterback was... in the play-by-play, I see he was entered as a sub, at least to start the game.
You had cool shades?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him.
He's their main guy?
Yep.
Okay, because, like, it says he ran 11 times, but there was also a mistake with the stats, and he was entered as a... Unless he was entered as a sub and John fixed it and it doesn't get fixed on play-by-play. I mean... No, because, like, when...
No, you spoke fast, that's why I laughed.
Oh, okay, I'll repeat slower. Like, let's say there's a mistake and you enter a player as a sub on the app.
Yeah.
I wasn't blaming John because it's normal what's happening.
Okay.
Like, let's say, like, Patrick is their quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. He was entered as a sub, so in the play-by-play you see he was entered as a sub because of the asterisks, right?
Okay, got you.
John could give all that sub stats to the actual Patrick, who is the player on the roster.
Got you.
But the play-by-play does not get corrected.
Oh, okay.
But when you go in the stats, you'll see the guy will have all his good stats. But, like, look, I looked at the play-by-play and I saw there was still a sub. So I thought maybe he started the game as a sub and you realized and they put him in.
Okay, got you.
But I just think, no, because So basically, he ran 11 times. But it looked like a lot more than that.
But like, where did I tell you? But like, do they have the running back in the backfield? Or they
No, I think it was just the quarterback. The quarterback's running, and he looked fast.
Yeah, he's quick.
But yeah, this is a big win by Lee Boucher.
6-2 now.
Mr. Drouin going 24 for 40, 207 yards, 4 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. Xavier Bonneau being his main guy, 11 for 119 and 3 touchdowns. Wow. And also getting a big sack on defense with 4 tackles.
There you
go. Lee Boucher sitting at 6-2.
Impressive, man.
Yeah.
Lee Boucher sitting at 6-2, impressive. I think Airborne sitting with a winning record at this point is impressive.
So let's talk about Airborne now. Or Sooners 45. Every time I look at the field and Sooners are playing, I see them making plays.
That's exactly why.
Like, the 2 or 3 times that happened, they scored single-digit points.
That's exactly why I want to talk about this game. And they look like they do have athletes. I'm not sure what it is. The one game I happened to see them play, they look very good.
Yeah. And like I saw Diego run a couple of times, and I was like, damn, he's getting a lot of yards. And he ended the game with 7 attempts for 10 yards. I don't know if it's because he got sacked a bunch of times or what was his longest run.
And 4 completions too. Like
3, 5, 6, 4.
We talk about like Sooners 45, like that's a little disappointing, but shout out to Airborne and
their defense.
Yes, exactly.
When you look at Guillaume's stats, 23 for 36, 165, 4-1. That's a quarterback stats. Right? It's not like sometimes in these lower divisions you see the guys going like 10 for 27.
Right, yeah.
3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
This is efficient.
And you can win the game that way, right?
Yeah.
You can have those stats and you're not surprised if that's the winning quarterback stats, right?
Totally. Efficient football.
Yeah. So good for them.
Yep.
It'd be exciting to see Airborne with a playoff game.
It would be. Hope I ref that one.
They have not clinched yet.
Well, no, because it's... Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah.
You got top 8 make it from 7 to 10. All teams are 4-4.
That's crazy.
Serial killers there too. Denver, count them out.
Division 5.
Let's go.
I had something to say about division. Oh, yeah, okay. Heisenberg's Improbable.
Oh.
Did you see any of this game?
I didn't, but I was impressed to see Heisenberg come away with the victory in this one.
Okay, well, you'll be even more impressed when I tell you they played the whole second half with 5 players.
Terry, get out of here, bro.
I swear.
What?
So there were only 6 players. I'm saying this and like I feel like it wasn't true because like they had an injury.
You just bugged?
Huh?
You just bugged?
No. Like they were 6 players.
Yeah.
And then after halftime, I think it was like a drive or 2 in. One of their players got hurt and did not return. Shoot. And like the whole half, they were like, "We need you." And I think it was like an ankle injury or a knee injury or something.
Talk about injuries this week.
Yes, and the score was 21-20 for Heisenberg at the time.
Okay.
Because they scored on the last. They were down 20-14. Heisenberg scored on the last play of the first half to make it 20-20 and got the convert to go up 1. Very, very clutch. And okay, wait, I have a lot of things to say about this game.
Oh, did you ref? You must have ref this game.
I was shadowing Patricia, who refed this game.
Got you.
I
heard Patricia did pretty well.
She did.
Iron Wolves.
Woo. Ian Carlo Herrera. We spoke about him at the Mississippi Report Card. Spoke about him other times. First time quarterbacking this team. Not the sexiest stats at all, but his game was sexy in that game. Like he was playing as a veteran quarterback. Like I was looking at it and I had to see, is this the actual quarterback that I said like had like twice as much interceptions and touchdowns, and like he knew when to take the check down, he knew when to take his shots, he knew when to tuck it in and run. Like he played a very, very smart game. And what's crazy is that Charles, on the other hand, also played great. Like 21 for 38, over 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Well, he's a smart football mind, right,
yes,
Charles?
But like, I didn't know he had such a nice deep ball.
Really?
Like, I think he scored, 42-yard touchdown, a 33-yard touchdown, and the other ones were 5 and 13-yard touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns over 30 yards, and those balls were dimes. Like
4 verticals, baby.
Dimes. Like seriously, I'm like, wow, like he could really sling it accurately, and like I knew he was like he had a good arm, but like it was like and to have that accuracy too. And I'm like, wow, both quarterbacks are playing great in this game. And then with Heisenberg only being 5 players, and Bob kept marching.
That's impressive, man.
And like,
holy cow.
They went turnover on downs late in the game. Or was it? Yeah, they went turnover on downs late in the game with just under 5 minutes left.
And they were down.
No, they were winning at that point.
No, say at one point in the game they were down.
They were down at halftime.
Right.
Then Heisenberg got the injury.
Yeah.
Able to score to take the lead.
Right.
Did not get the convert.
Got you.
So they're only up 5.
Right.
And then Heisenberg were marching with like less than 5 minutes left after that turnover on downs and get that touchdown. Then Able get the ball back with just over a minute and couldn't do anything. Jorge coming up clutch with the interception at the end of the game.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Like, when you're 5 players, like, offensively you could manage, right? Like, for the most part, but, like, what do you, if you're on defense, what do you call? Like, do you call...
Like 2-2?
2-2, yeah. Like, Dave got injured for Thunder Buddies.
What are you calling on defense?
Can't say. No, it was a lot of 2-2. Like, what else can you call it? It was 2-2.
You play Madden, you don't send a rusher?
Yeah, no, that ain't working. Damn. Impressive. Tip of the cat, Heisenberg.
Yeah, and
Big
I
stuff.
think no one picked them.
No one did pick them. How many teams made the playoffs? Oh my gosh. That was for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Heisenberg sitting at 8. Top 8 make it, and Pull-Up sitting at 9. If it comes down to a tiebreak. Exciting.
Did you see any other... Oh, yes, you
I
did.
double duty the game.
Yeah, talking about that. How was the experience first time double duty?
It was much better than I thought it would go. The stats are probably all wrong. No, I'm kidding. It was honestly, for real, shout out to Stu. He really helped me in this one. I was on my phone the whole time. Like, I wasn't helping him with the bags. Shout out to Drama Club. Shout out to Buck. Both teams were helping Stu with the bags. And, yeah, this was first time doing double duty. So shout out to those guys. I was very impressed with Simon Valiquette in this one. 7 TDs, no picks. I know it's against Buck, and Buck had been giving up a lot of points this season, but he was making the right decision, but also making nice throws and giving his receivers time to make plays.
Yeah, what's impressive is that like Buck only threw 1 pick and Drama Club put up 50. You would expect like a lot of short fields.
Yeah,
some
it wasn't that. A lot of punts, a lot of Simon driving down the field. Ben had a good game for them.
Shout out to Alexandre for 2 sacks in this game too.
Yeah.
François Xavier over 100 yards. Ben 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jan subbing in with 2 touchdowns as well, 3 1-point converts.
Look, every one of their players had a TD and a conversion.
Well, no, because that's only 4 players. And
That caught a TD.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone that caught a TD.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't catch a TD, then you didn't play the game. So.
Good stuff. Any other D5 game that you saw?
That was it. Moussecourt Titans was a good one though. Big win by them. That is incorrect. I refed Cyclones et Remplaçants.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a sec.
Okay.
Night Triangle's hard targets. 8 combined interceptions for these 2 quarterbacks.
Was this 0-0 at half?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. Very crazy. Like, I thought this game was going to go in overtime being 0-0. So 0-0 at half, and then Night Triangle score on their first possession after an interception by Victor. Yeah. What's up, guys? Is this concerning for Night Triangles?
What does Mama always say?
An ugly win is better than a pretty loss.
Correct, but it is a little bit concerning for Night Triangles.
Because hard targets are kind of like a fighting team as well. Like they're fighters, right? Like they try hard, and like they're gonna give you, even though they're like towards the bottom of the standings, like it's not an easy game to play against them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Night Triangle sitting at 8-1 plus 180 differential, like this is not the way you want to go into the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm. Like they were the top team for the whole season. Phoenix is on a roll. Maybe you got to put Phoenix at the number 1 in your power rankings now.
You sure know Kevin's gonna do that.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
If it's not already done.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, they were already number 1. Yeah.
Doesn't lack confidence. That's important.
You're gonna talk about Remplaçant Cyclones?
Yes.
You have this game?
I did. Good game. Plays made, very nice plays made in this game. Jaden, had 3 catches in this game for Cyclones. He's got speed. His only T he got up there, really nice catch. My boy Alex Sablisky, 2 TDs, interception in this one too. The Remplaçants are good, honestly, and so are Cyclones. I picked Cyclones in this one. I was the only one to pick Cyclones, lone wolf.
How many did you pick them?
I trust Cyclones. I really like this team. I like Yannick at quarterback. Yannick didn't have his best game, but shout out to him that he was able to still come away with the victory in this one because he clutched up when it mattered. He had a poor first half, good second half, and even better end to the game.
Yeah, Yannick was telling me before the game, I'm like, is Lazar there? Like the first question, I'm like, is Lazar there today? He's like, no, but I'm glad because everyone thinks I'm only good because of Lazar. Everyone thinks I'm only scoring a lot of touchdowns, having a good season this year because I could throw it up to Lazar. So I want to prove people that I could actually win a game and play well without Lazar.
Hey.
And he did that. He did what it took to win the game. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
By the way, his convert was nice. So 19-18 was the final score. And he was like rolling out through it like completely flat-footed across body. And that was the difference.
Converts are huge.
Yep, it was 1 convert to none.
And when Remplaçant scored at the end of the game, did they go for 1 or 2?
They went for 1. Didn't get it. And then...
The Cyclones only needed a first down.
Yeah, and they got it.
Good for them.
Yep.
Your favorite division?
Brossard Div 1.
Okay, so like...
Brossard?
Yeah, you should stop hating on them. Like, you play there.
I should stop hating.
You go there every weekend, play 3 games.
I love Brossard.
Okay, so why are you hating?
I mean, I'd say you're hating a little bit more than me.
I'm not saying... I didn't say anything. I'm just asking why you, like, not excited to talk about them.
Oh, I love Brossard. It's a little bit different, the vibe different than Saturday MFL. But whenever you got the boys from 28-3, Brossard's a good spot to be. Huh, that just rhymed.
Jackrabbit's huge loss against Le Congrès.
That came down to a convert late in that game. But Le Congrès are a good team, Le Congrès. That's what I was saying. We played them, Outlaws did, early in the season. I believe it was their first game. These guys are good. They have the Austin Matthews look-alike. They have a guy that can sling the ball. They have studs.
Was Nick still hungover? Or like...
Based on his stats, we'll say yes.
Cesar's still coming up big.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your Outlaws game?
Yeah.
Sounds weird to say your Outlaws game.
I know. This is really weird. Yeah, big win for us, Outlaws. We had good plays made in the game. Steve was really on point. We're like, honestly, it was offense was making plays, defense was making plays, and it was like this game was. We won by 17, but it was like really more of a blowout because they scored last play of the game. Lao just seemed to be a little bit off. It was François Rochette's first game back since vacation. I think we play them again, it'll be tighter. But honestly, the first half, it was perfect football for us in Outlaws.
Does this team drive the field and then just get stopped in the red zone or throw a pick? Because like every time they don't score that many points, their quarterback has like a bazillion amount of yards. Like
yeah, their red zone production can be hired.
Like 300 yards. Like
yeah,
he did the whole field like 6 times.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In terms of yards, you know, like it comes up with 4 touchdowns.
And in the NFL, that's huge too, right? You talk about like the red zone.
Yeah.
And maybe you gotta have like plays and stuff, but yeah, not too worried about these guys. We had like a picture perfect first half.
D2.
Yes. We lost alternates to Red Knot Skins.
Yeah, what happened there?
It was pretty bad on our part, but shout out to Red Knot Skins. They had a great game. Miles played very well at the quarterback position. Had a pick 6 from the rusher spot.
Is everyone doing this now? Is it the new norm?
I think it's the new norm. Miles played a great game. It was his birthday the day before too. Yeah, impressive by them.
How come he was rushing and not... Oh, no, this is a D2. Yeah.
D2. Craig Browning,
game.
stud. A few touchdowns for them. Brad Evans not getting like a ton of yards per catch, but still moving the chains.
Was it a pop-up catch touchdown? Or like
it was like boom, boom.
Oh, yeah?
It was sick.
Did he like guess the route or...
Yeah, exactly. It was nice on his part. But yeah. Shout out to Red Knot Skins for the victory in that one. Because you look at the standings, Terry, and unfortunately right now we're on the outside looking in because of that one.
Yeah, because we can confirm 6 teams are making the playoffs. Thanks to...
My boy.
Yeah, and you did have that last spot. And you're not playing Redskins again. You only play them once. You're not going to play them again.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have the tiebreaker against you guys. You guys are playing 28-3. That will not be an easy one.
Nope.
And then you're playing Ravens. That will not be an easy one.
Nope.
So good luck making the playoffs.
Life ain't easy.
Can Red Knotskins squeeze in now?
I'd say based on your algorithm and mathematical percentages in your brain, they have over a 50% chance to make it. I mean, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, considering that they don't need to win another game and they can make it.
Yeah. There you go.
Wow. I guess I'm talking about them. We gotta talk about 28-3, right?
Yeah. Big win for them. A blowout, actually.
Yeah. I saw someone with like a lot of touchdowns. So yeah, Corey LaRock, 4 touchdowns this game.
884. That's a nice stat
Max
line.
Milano getting 2 interceptions. William Nemi also getting 1. John, 19 for 23, 212 yards, 6 touchdowns, no interception.
That's my quarterback.
Then Nico came in and it wasn't as pretty.
Yeah.
Did you see any of this game?
Literally none.
Okay.
But you didn't have to be there to know that 28-3 were rowdy.
Yeah,
After the
obviously.
victory.
Yeah, I heard them from Montreal.
Yeah.
Probably even Laval, I heard them. So, like, are 23 clearly the team to beat?
Not clearly, but yes.
Is it championship or bust for them?
Yes.
So they went from, like, being happy to make the playoffs.
It's pretty crazy.
Like, just playing in a playoff game and getting destroyed will be good for them, to now it's championship or bust.
Look, like, we obviously, like, we talk about John and we like to make fun of him, but it's pretty crazy how getting him on this team completely changed the dynamic for 28-3.
Yeah.
Right? Like, honestly, when I didn't play Brossard and I would join for the first time, you had told me 28-3 are a very nice group of guys, but they're, like, god-awful. And, like, I didn't know about them, like, and now we're talking about this. It's exactly what you said, like, a complete 360 turnaround or 180 turnaround. I think right now, like, the finals matchup looks like it'll be 20-3 KOLB, but never count out Dad and the Ravens or Rusty Trombones or Buccaneer or Red Knotskins or us or even Primetime. Don't count out anybody. That's MFL Brossard, folks.
Primetime is to make the playoffs?
Most probably not, but they have a chance.
Do we leave the suspense and put our picks in the article?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Make sure you read our article, folks. Am I really down 3%?
Are you really down?
Like, to you. Like, am I losing to you by 3%?
Yeah, like, I don't know if it's possible for you to win.
What? To win? I mean, like, beat Kevin or just not come last?
Like, look.
Bro, at this point, I just don't want to come last.
Yeah, you're down 3%, but those 3% equates to I have 10 more correct picks than you. We make about 20 picks a week. So you have 2 weeks to make up 10 picks.
Okay, people, are you guys going to help me out? Like, you guys see who I picked? Let's go. I could offer you...
I don't know what John's doing. John has been doing, though, because like it's been the last 3 or 4 weeks he's won, and John was like very close to you.
I know.
And now he's like very close to Kevin. Ever since we changed the formula of like you can't change your picks after Wednesday, Kevin's been going...
Good call. Do you realize you and I are letting Kevin and John beat us?
Yeah, and like we cover this league inside out. Like John doesn't know what the teams that play in this league.
That's like some random guy on the street making better spaghetti and meatballs than your nonna.
Yeah. We gotta do bold predictions though, yeah?
Of course we gotta do goal predictions. You do D2, I do D4.
Okay.
D4. Let me see the matchups, please. Okay, D2. Thanks. You go
Yeah,
first.
everyone's got our bold predictions right from last week.
Bro, I've been on fire with my bold predictions. Like, literally on
What were
fire.
our bold predictions last week?
I forget, but I've been on fire.
You don't remember what it was?
No.
Take a look at it after the show.
Okay, got it. Serial Killers, Phoenix, Division 4. Serial Killers, this one's for you guys. They will pick off Kevin for a minimum of 4 times.
Is that bold?
Considering Kevin only throws 1-yard drags, yeah.
I mean, he also has like 17 picks. He's thrown 17 interceptions in 7 games. He's for sure finishing with 20 on the season.
Yeah, 4+. Right? He's averaging like 2. Yeah, I'd say 4+. Serial Killers D. Mind you, I'll still probably pick Phoenix to win the game, but...
Oh yeah, Phoenix won the game with Kevin throwing 4 picks. Right?
They got a good defense.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here?
Div 2, 10 Out Marvels, Red Zone Outlaws, Nice's Iron Wolves.
10 Out Marvels. Like, given that like Max is throwing and Phil's playing, and like there's also
Is Phil alive? But is he actually alive?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. Is it bold to say? Yeah, I think it's bold. I don't care what you're gonna say. There's gonna be 4 receivers over 100 yards in this game.
That's bold.
Yeah. It could be all from the same team, 2 from each team, 3 and 1.
3 and 1.
There'll be 4 receivers with over 100 yards.
Yeah.
And Red Zone Outlaws, I'll give you another one.
Yeah.
I'll say Mike and Steve get more combined passing yards than you and Iggy got last week. You guys combined for 630 something, I believe.
Yeah.
So I say Steve and Mike are combining for over 640 yards.
You compare me to Steve and Mike, I'll take it. I like it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good schedule in D2. Also, we're not at one park this week, eh?
No, we'll never be at one park ever again.
Not even for the playoffs?
Probably not for the first week. We'll try to make all the finals at the same park.
That'd be sick. We should definitely push for that.
I think we can.
Yeah.
Especially since the week after.
I mean, we literally can. It's actually our choice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we have like 3 fields going on in LeBert for one more week, it's not going to be the end of the world, especially considering that the week after there's no football on the week after the finals. There's a week off.
The week break.
Yeah,
usually there's not.
Yeah, usually
there is a week
break.
break.
No break between seasons.
So the team, let's say, gets to celebrate. They get to be a little hungover for the week after.
So if you guys are coming back in the fall, now's the time to let us know.
Yeah.
John already sent out an email. If you guys didn't get it for whatever reason, let me know or let him know.
Yeah.
Him, not Will. Him, I mean John.
No, me for you too. So August 20th would be the start date, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you are correct.
Nice. I tried to fool you there. I didn't. Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
That was a quick episode, but it's all good. You want to know why? Because we'll be there this Saturday. I'm counting down the days because I feel something special is going to happen this Saturday. I don't know why.
You know something I don't know? Is Miss Evans coming in town?
Oh, shoot. I don't know. I honestly God don't know,
It
but
sounded like that.
maybe. I trust my intuition. Folks, hope you enjoyed the show. For all those that got injured, please recover.
Yeah.
Be cool if you came to see our games. If not, no pressure. Love you, MFL family. See you Saturday, folks. Am I doing this?